Welcome back, beautiful souls. Today, we are going to be diving a little bit deeper into soul contracts and what all of these numbers might mean. And so if you're like, what the heck is she talking about the numbers? Make sure you go back and listen to my little video about how I read soul contracts and the numbers will make more sense. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you go do that prior to watching this one and it'll obviously make much more sense. But in soul contracts, we use your birth name, and then we convert that birth name into a numeric form. Then, because they have a frequency to them, so these numbers all have some type of frequency that we use to place with them. And so, with these frequencies, there obviously is numbers. And so, we're going to start today with the number one, and this is unlocking the power of the ones. And so the frequency, like I said, is not just a number, but the number one actually is a very masculine number, and it resonates deeply with the Archangel Michael. So if you have any connection to the Archangel Michael, a number one might resonate with you and might quite possibly be somewhere in your chart. So when you see a one in your chart or a 1-1 in your chart, it's a call for the individual to explore themes such as unity, power, stability, and even more to that, it's to help you reflect on our relationships with the masculine energy. So oftentimes in soul contracts, when we talk about masculine and feminine, we're not talking necessarily about the human form of that. We're talking about the energetic form of these numbers. So when we talk about the masculine energy in this case, it's oftentimes has people been disempowered by a masculine figure or someone who they have struggled maybe as a child when they faced criticism, or maybe they were perfectionist for in some way, and they struggled with that. So these ones often feel separation, they feel abandonment, sometimes even denial that they'll have. But the opposite of that is true, that this frequency of the 1-1 numbers also is very much a catalyst for transformation. So life often will bring the challenges to the one, but once they learn to kind of transmute these like shadow patterns that we have, and they step into their true essence, they really become a catalyst for the people in their life and around them. So at some point, you'll find that you might step into a new reality, a new version of who you're becoming. You'll see the world through this lens of unity consciousness, understanding that we're all here for one. Service to others is also a natural part of the one number. Stability and they deeply value those things. Those on a 1-1 journey, it's kind of like a rebirth. You're rebirthing into this new energy, to this new design of who you're going to be. So if you feel drawn to the frequency of ones, for many of them, they carry natural healing abilities. They have a great desire to share their wisdom, and they have a lot of wisdom. They are very much a beacon of being a stabling force to themselves and the people around them. So this frequency of the 1-1 is not just necessarily about the transformation that's having, but embracing this true power of who they are and then sharing that with the world. So this is the beauty of the ones in the chart. When you're on this journey, that you're here to embrace it, you're here to transform it, you're here to share your light with the world. So if the ones resonate with you, I hope that you'll stick around and listen to the other numbers that we have in this series, and stay connected, stay empowered, and stay in your light. So gratitudes and blessings.